Welcome to the Comedy Here Often podcast. I'm your host, Kevvy. This week on the show, I have stand-up comedian Ola Dada. You okay?
No.
Did you burn your tongue?
No.
Yeah.
Could just be the tea.
Oh, tea's that.
Yeah.
Green tea.
Danger
Makes you
tea.
bleed?
I can just taste it. I can't see it. Anyway, carry on.
I really hope.
Weird.
Yeah.
If I die, everything's left to you. My one and only son.
Yes.
I don't have anything.
What a great...
Boo.
All right.
Do you know?
So
I don't have
cock-
much. You get all my journals. You get to
I
read
know,
how
thanks.
complicated I am as a human.
You also get me in my hand.
I thought he was just bragging. It's like, man, ever since Lauren's mouth started bleeding, you're so arrogant.
She has.
Just a common sentence I've
How
heard.
oily is my face right now?
It's not oily.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you look great. This is also in black and white, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes. Y'all can't see y'all oily.
That's actually so nice too. I noticed, like, I was looking at the footage for the most recent one, and as soon as I like made it black and white, I was like, "Oh, nice!" Because I was oily that day.
My person, she gave me this new thing for my skin. It
Yeah.
helps, like oils
Yeah.
and stuff. I don't know what it's called, but I just put it on my skin, and it's just my skin's already oily, so it's just like I'm just shining it. I love it. My skin feels so hydrated.
Oh, that's good.
What
Yeah,
is it?
I don't know what it's called. It's just like, it's like drops, you know, just boop, and I drop it on my hand.
Mm.
And just, wow. I don't know why I'm putting sound effects. Sound effects to my lotion routine.
They're so necessary.
Oh, it's so great. Like I do this weird thing where sometimes where like throughout the day my face would get dry, and I would hate to do this.
Oh, yeah, I don't like doing that either.
Feel my dryness.
It's like, whoosh.
Yeah. I like to be really in control of my facial expressions, and that's not one I want to do.
Yeah, it just restricts me. It's like pulling a hamstring.
Pulled a face hamstring.
It's like, I'm just trying to raise my eyebrows. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I wonder if you get certain kinds of Botox and plastic surgery and stuff, if that really restricts your facial expressions. It must, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Botox people, that's what every time I see someone do this, I look great, don't I? I'm like, oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stars will get it like in their sweat glands.
Yeah, Vin Diesel gets it
My
so he
friend
doesn't
gets
sweat
that.
out of his armpits. I'm not
Friend
kidding.
does that.
They always tell you they're like it's gotta come out somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
What's that mean? Where's it coming out?
Probably your butt
Tears.
crack.
Butt crack.
Why? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
Or if you've got
Shitting
boobs,
sweat.
your underboob.
Yeah.
Underboob.
You sweat
Underboob
shitter.
Sweat.
I can't imagine
Yeah.
Vin
Underboob
Diesel
sweat.
flying out
Yeah.
through
Back
vehicles,
knees.
explosions,
I
not
have-
Yeah.
breaking us.
I wouldn't
Acne
know,
sweat.
but
That's just how cool he is.
It's like, yeah. I just jumped out of a fucking building, but I didn't even sweat.
That's how cool he is.
I don't sweat. Well, I do, but like not enough. I haven't worn deodorant in like 5 years.
Wow.
Oh, whoa.
Are you comfortable with that being on the podcast? Because
Yes.
it is. Okay, cool.
That's a
Yeah.
weird flex, you know. Is that a sick?
Lauren brags in really interesting ways.
Look, something you need to know about me
Yeah.
is that
Tell them.
it takes a lot for me to sweat.
They know.
Even working out.
It's a challenge, yeah.
Like if I'm gonna sweat, it's gonna be my forehead before anything else.
True. For me, like
Like I shower every day. If you've got good personal hygiene, I know it's not the same for everyone. Some people
Fair
sweat, but like if you've got good personal hygiene, and I shave my armpits, like there's no smell gathering there. Anyone wanna?
I love that.
I want to test that theory
I would
out.
like, if I didn't
I
feel
went to
bad
yoga
about...
this morning. Come take a whiff.
I will after the podcast.
Please don't. Lauren, later we talked about it.
Yes.
We do that when no one else is around.
You know, if
Kevvy and I have a very complicated friendship.
We do. We do. It's
armpit sniffing company.
it's very scent based.
Oh god.
If I didn't feel
I'm sorry, I
bad
had to find
about wasting water, I would just be in the shower all day. I want to shower several times a day.
Oh, it's
I
great.
love it. It's like you're starting your day all over again.
You'd be so dry. Like, do you know how dry you'd
You'd-
be?
When I got out of the shower, that's
Oh,
way I
good
stay
point.
in there.
I guess you'd have to stay there. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
like pruny fingers. You've seen that?
You-
I-
Where do you cry?
you guys don't know this about me, but I have really
Anywhere.
underdeveloped tear ducts.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a man.
You're the Vin Diesel of tears. Got those Botox right out of my face.
But for real though, like when I was a baby, like I wouldn't be able to cry and shit.
Really?
So, like I'd cry, yes, but like no tears would come out, and it just looked so ugly.
So you just sound like
It was not attractive. No one took my crying seriously.
people want to see real tears, you
I
know?
want to see real pain. It's like, he's not serious about this food.
Well, my PSA is if you do need to wear deodorant, because some people do,
Just on their
try
head.
and find a natural one. Because the reason I
They're
stopped wearing it
bald.
is because there's so many chemicals just like seeping into your pores on a daily basis.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like we're careful about so many things, and then we just like put chemical in our armpit.
Just aluminum.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not gonna lie. I love this conversation. I love it.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you need to wear it, do your research, find something that's good for you.
Yes.
But that costs so much money.
I'm telling you, those like
Yeah,
you know
but
vegan
you're getting
healthy
chemicals in your body.
deodorant
That's
thing.
priceless.
I have a friend who does
if
that
you're
stuff
not
too.
Getting
Yeah.
them.
It smells so bad.
Doesn't work.
I
Does
agree.
not work.
What?
It makes you smell worse than if you're sweating.
One of my friends, she like smell like vinegar. I'm like, yo. I know you're doing this for the planet, but goddamn, it's not working.
Yeah, you smell like little fish and
Okay,
chips.
can you guys tell me honestly? Do I smell them?
Oh, no,
you
not
smell
you.
great.
Yeah.
You smell
But
great.
Doesn't
here's-
work for me.
Can I say?
But you don't sweat too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm very lucky.
I know. No, you're very talented.
Yeah, I just tell my armpits not to, and they
Yeah,
don't.
and they listen. 'Cause
Like,
they're
it's that
intimidated
simple.
by you.
Oh, that would be terrifying.
I'm wearing my blanket as like a.
A sash.
How I am, yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, you guys.
I'm
cold
loving
am I?
this.
Yeah, you guys
My
look like a
office
couple of.
blankie.
You guys look like a couple of foreign dictators. It's like a UN meeting.
I'm
Ambassadors.
just gonna put it back down on my lap. Everyone can see my cute
Can
ass
I-
outfit.
Can I discuss something that I don't understand? That speaking of scents
What?
that people intentionally have, I don't think patchouli smells good.
Oh,
And
I love it.
I don't understand
Oh,
it,
we're
and I
such
feel like it smells like rubber, and I don't. I feel like I'm offending you right now.
No.
Because I the first time I ever smelled it, it was when I worked at a record store, and I thought it smells like action figure heads in here. Yeah,
Honestly, I have no
like
idea what
tires.
it is. What is
It's
a
like
patchouli?
patchouli is like a oil. Pat and Oswald used to have a joke about it that I feel like would be problematic for me to repeat right now, so maybe I won't.
Just edit it in.
It's musty. It's a musty,
Yeah.
musty.
Yeah. It seems like what you're trying to get away from
Oh, wait,
by
do you put
putting
it on
a
salad?
scent.
It's comforting. it's
It
like
seems like a salad. It's very dressing-y.
You
You're
can
right.
get it
Yeah.
in like incense oils. Like it's like normally a smell that people would like burn in their house.
Really?
But people wear it on them as well.
People wear it on the body.
Like, put it this way,
Yeah.
like, if you can't smell like an A+, you just slather like a B- on yourself, and it just covers everything. You know what I mean? Like, you just
So it's
settle
like
for that.
it's like that invasive
so
smell.
powerful that it just covers everything.
It smells like what I think pheromones probably
Yeah,
smell
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I just scared him so
No, I'm
bad.
terrified. I don't want to
Can
ever
we
smell
talk
this
about
ever
our
again.
favorite smells? I want to know
I
what
would
your
love to.
favorite smell is then. If you're so offended by patchouli.
I wouldn't
must
say I'm
be so
offended
nice.
by it. I just don't
You
get
just said
why you. No,
you
I
pretty
said
much
you
just,
are
you
offended.
just pretty
That
much
I don't like.
described
Ding,
all
ding,
the,
ding, ding.
all
Uh-oh.
the feelings that you experience when you're offended is how you just reacted.
Okay. You haven't seen me offended because I'm not crying and I am not Ola Dada and I'm a great crier.
Challenge accepted.
That hurt a little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah, I like how Ola's barely been involved in his
I
own
know it's
episode.
just been me.
It's like patchouli. Let's get it out of here. Let's talk about it.
When I'm president, I like basically any cologne that looks like it would have French models in the advertisement in black and white.
Oh,
So
yeah.
any color.
in a
Yeah.
mansion.
I'm just gonna put my
Okay.
foot down here and just stop this right away. I can't smell shit. All right, I can't smell nothing. I
What
have sleep
happened?
apnea. All right. Remember that joke? I can't breathe. I have
yeah.
bad congestion problems. This is why I leave the house. I can't cry. I can't smell. I'm basically for real. Like what the hell? How do I even survive in life? I use this thing right here. This Vicks thing.
I love
Everyone
those.
thinks I do cocaine out on the street, but I just have congested nostrils. Alright?
Wow.
Because how you're flexing about what your my favorite smell. Patchouli. French cologne.
If you did cocaine and you kept it in that is amazingly bold.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
thing.
Kind of genius.
Just
There's
doing
no
my cocaine right now.
At least I look cool, you know. Everyone thinks nobody knows I have sleep apnea now. So, that bad motherfucker.
Guy's cool, man. That guy sleeps great. He smells everything. He can cry all day if he
I'm
wants.
like, dude, just take like 3 hits, man. It's like, yeah, that's how I roll, baby.
Definitely looks like government issued cocaine. That's
Yeah, it does. Nice one.
comes in a box, in another box.
Wow, that's good.
But what is your favorite smell? What
Yeah,
is it?
My
young
favorite
Alexi.
smell? Right now it's bananas.
Okay.
Because that's
Bananas?
my shampoo. I just bought it.
Oh, that's a good one.
From Dust
Ooh.
at Sephora.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I like
Charge
that.
you full price for that?
She sends you to a colleague to get recommendations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bananas.
She would.
I like bananas, but I don't want to smell like bananas.
Yeah. What fruit do you want to smell like?
Oh, strawberry.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Just it smells
I
sexy.
want to smell like mango. If I could smell like a fruit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A mango?
Definitely.
Mango.
I feel like people would lick me.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
might
People
anyway.
do lick
Yeah.
me. Why would it be any different?
Yeah.
What, they didn't do that to you?
That's what we want.
It's like, you guys used to be on the train.
Alexi! What?
Just from behind. You're just like
It's like, whoa. Hey, sorry, it's the mango. I can't help
the
myself.
mango. You're kind of asking
Smells
for
delicious.
it when you smell like that. You know.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
favorite smells. I want to know everyone else's. Did you
Alexi's?
have one?
Yeah, strawberry.
Strawberry's your favorite smell?
Well, if I
period?
was a fruit, yeah.
But like, favorite smell in the whole world?
I'm gonna be judged for this.
No.
You know what? Fuck it.
I really want to
People
know.
want to know
Say,
Ola
just
Dada.
let
Gotta
us-
let people. I like the smell of my farts. Yeah. It's a secret I've never told anybody, and this.
I'm just so happy you feel comfortable enough to really let
Is
it
that
loose.
weird?
No, I love that.
Like I found out recently that no
love
one else
that.
likes the smell of their farts.
No,
Like
they
I don't like
do.
anybody else's fart but mine. Just,
Yeah, yeah.
I fart.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I hang around.
That's good. 'Cause you have to be around it.
Yeah, what if you hated it so much? You're
Right?
like, oh, can't get away from it.
I'm a disgusting piece of shit.
I mean, I asked the question. I can't.
But do you enjoy it or do you just like to analyze it? Like,
I don't analyze it, but like if it happens, I'm like,
I'm just impressed you can smell it.
that ain't not bad.
Yeah.
That's how strong they are.
Sometimes I can't smell it, but sometimes I do.
When he does fart, he quickly clears his nostrils with that stuff. Missed opportunity.
I get a vacuum and just like, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to save this for later. Blown into a bag, but they're taking his one. Oh,
You just invented something great. Smell you later. That's what it's called. That's the name of the episode, Young
Smell you
Alexi.
later.
oh my goodness. I've never admitted that to anybody else.
I really appreciate
It kind of makes sense. Like,
Really
you,
appreciate
like, people eat their own boogers or something like that. Like, that's the same.
That's
That's
children.
I don't
disgusting.
get
Yeah,
that.
like,
Fucking
that's
that's
when it's your
disgusting.
own, that's not a
That's-
thing.
I put my foot down.
Ola Dada's
We're
never heard of that
recording a
before.
podcast here at
I've
Here
seen
Often,
someone.
and Ola
I've seen
Dada
that
just
too.
revealed his favorite smell in the world. You'll have to listen to the episode to find out what it is, but the rest of us are disgusted.
I'm itching to tell you. Itching to tell you.
I'm actually more comfortable around Ola now that he's said that.
Yeah, right? You're
I
so
respect
relatable
that.
now.
Yeah.
So let people know what I do in my privacy.
And what your girlfriend does, whether she
Oh.
wants to or not.
Oh, hey, baby, just if you don't mind, just let one quick. Just come on.
Yeah, just get it. Let's get it over with.
But
No.
what if she farted? What would your reaction?
Oh, no, it's disgusting. Oh no, like I fart all the time, and then like she doesn't even fart around me. Like I'm curious if she
Yeah,
even
because
does
she's
fart.
a polite
Like,
person.
Did you try to like hold it from her, or do if you fart, you fart?
if I fart, I fart. You know, like sometimes every time like people will be like, oh. This person farted. All this lying about it. I'm like, trust me. If I farted,
Yeah.
I've never been the one to hide my farts.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm just so proud of it. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, if I like people, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna excuse myself. From
Right.
That is the
Which
smell
I
of a
really
healthy
want to.
digestive system.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
welcome.
I want to
Yeah.
pleasure
If
myself.
someone
here.
accidentally farts around me, that's one thing. But I
Not on
find
purpose.
I find farting around someone like I don't know why, but it is like the highest form of disrespect for me.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm someone who will like burp.
Ola's,
But if someone farts, I'm just like, okay.
you're kind of hurting
I
Ola's
think I've
feelings
lectured
big
poor Ola on
time.
this after a few beers
Okay, so
before. But I'm like, you literally know how to hold in a shit.
but you know
Why
it's not
can't you
healthy.
hold in
It's
a
not healthy to
fart?
hold your fart.
Yeah, okay.
Become constipated.
Agreed.
That's why I stopped doing
Agreed.
it.
But
Like,
you-
why
you-
should I
you-
constipate
health
myself
conscious.
for like 2 weeks?
Get up and go to
Just
another
for
room.
a moment. I just want to let it go. You know what I
Get
mean?
up and go to another room.
But I'm saying if I'm driving though, if I'm in a room and the potential, I won't fuck up the whole hair for everybody. that's just
the
me.
car's just as bad.
The car, I can't go anywhere. Like,
that cruel person who hit the recycle air.
Really gonna let everybody
I
enjoy
will
this as
admit,
much as
you know,
me.
with close friends, like my homies, I don't do this to curse because she's my girlfriend. I love her. But my homies, sometimes I'll fart and then I'll lock the windows. I know
Evil.
I'm
love
not
it.
gonna do
Please
this to you.
never do that to me.
It's like getting to my car. I'm like,
I really like you.
My boyfriend's favorite thing to do right now is like when we're in bed and then he rolls over, turns away from me, and then farts. And I
Cuts a little butt up.
don't know why
in this
he
piece.
waits to roll around.
I feel like I'm the only one
Strategy,
enjoying this.
dude.
Why?
Strategy.
I'm the only one enjoying this. This
Why?
is killing
Yeah.
me right now.
No,
That's hilarious.
I'm loving this
Okay, so
conversation.
Alexi, what's your favorite smell?
Bananas. Or actually mangoes. I'm changing it to mangoes. I agree.
All smells all the time, not just fruit. It's mangoes?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's my favorite fruit.
Yeah,
And I just like
they're
anything
good.
tropical. Tropical, I just want.
Yeah.
that. Want the
Summery.
association. Yeah.
Mangoes smell like Christmas to me because we would only get them on Christmas Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like mandarin
I
oranges here.
love eating mangoes, but I wouldn't eat a mango unless it's like peeled and cut into cubes.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Okay.
It's a lot of work.
You know?
First of all, you don't peel a mango.
Oh, whatever you
chop
do.
it up and then put the little cubes and
Flip it over. Yeah.
eat it off the skin.
Kirsten
He
did
likes
that
it a
for
certain
me.
way.
And I can't go back. You know, like it's really weird eating mango with that's not being cubed up.
That's why he never eats mangoes because he likes them peeled, and that just doesn't happen.
doesn't-
So he never gets it.
I don't eat oranges because of that reason also.
Yeah.
Because I don't like peeling myself.
Yeah. Do you think pomegranates are worth all the work? Because I do not.
Yeah, me neither.
Not either.
I've
never
either
eaten
like
one.
pistachios where I feel like I've earned them.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm burning it off.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
I
burning
just-
off
yeah.
calories. It's like chewing celery. Like you're burning more calories than you're taking out.
Like sunflower
Pistachios.
seeds.
You don't like them?
They taste kind of
Pumpkin
strange to me. It's
Yeah.
You can
It's
just
just
Right.
a big
So,
shell
like,
for
go to all
like
the
a
trouble.
little nut inside. It's an oversized shell. Like
Yeah.
why is the shell
It's
so
a
big?
waste of space,
Right?
pistachios.
That's just so much shell.
And the color's
Wow.
green.
Some
Yeah.
strong opinions about pistachios. And I do not like them. I love pistachios. What's your favorite smell? I'm not letting you get away.
I like a wood or like a mint.
Should have said
Oh.
Ola's farts.
No, that was a very mature
Fresh
answer.
mint
Hey.
in the meadow. You know?
Yeah.
But
Hello.
if I had to live with a fruit smell, it would probably be like honeydew.
You are like Anne of
Honeydew.
Green Gables. Who are you?
That was
I
Mangoes
love
and
that.
farts.
I
That's
love
what we should
it.
title
That's
this.
such a
Mangoes
nice
and
favorite
farts.
smell.
I have a funny story about
Oh my
farting
gosh, I've
actually.
tried to change the subject from farting 4
Hey, come on.
times.
This is
Why are we
my
back
podcast.
there?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to let people know about me and my farts. Yeah, I remember I used to be actually nervous about farting, like for real. Mm-hmm. I remember never forget grade 6, right?
Yeah.
I was in class. I accidentally farted. Everyone heard. I freaked out and walked away. I just left class. Like everyone looked at me and laughed. I'm like, shit. I couldn't believe this. I was so embarrassed. Came back the next day. Everyone was making jokes about me farting. And I was like, fuck you guys. Died. Grade 7. Again, it happened by accident. Then slowly I started becoming the fart boy. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is not going to happen. So I just started to own it. People started making fun. I'm like, yeah, I farted. Yeah, I did it. That was me. That was me taking back my farts. You know, I go, like, I was so embarrassed. I'm not going to lie. Like, I almost thought about not going back to school because I was so embarrassed about it in grade
man.
6. And then it happened again in grade 7.
Yeah.
Because it's a small school. Everybody, like, kind of talks to each other. Right? You know, fast forward. Grade 9. Again. Fart didn't happen, but this time it wasn't me. Someone's trying to frame me in this fart situation. Summer class. I'm sitting, and there's this girl in front of me, and then she farts. But then when she farts, she like turns around and then looks at me. And then, you know, I don't have a good history with farting already. So I'm like, no. How dare you try to pin this on me. Good thing my buddy was right beside me, and he heard it too, because we both looked at each other. And then we both started laughing like, hey, she's trying to frame me for farting. I got up and everybody started laughing at her and then, you know, laughing at me too. And it was just such a great time. Then I farted. It was a perfect cover.
Had to join in. Participation.
Everybody stopped farting. It was great. I'm joking.
Like
I'm
a
joking.
nightmare.
What an interesting classroom.
Yeah.
What happened? What do you guys have in the cafeteria?
I don't know.
Yeah, gosh.
Good food. That's what we had.
Yeah.
I almost became fart boy. It was the moral of the story. But now we can move away from farts.
Thank you.
What's your worst fart story? I'm sorry. The look of disgust on your face is so sorry.
I fart like a lady. At home alone. With no one around after holding it in all day.
I can just picture Lauren
Right
just
before
going on a
sleep.
hike, go to the top of grounds, be like,
yeah.
Of course that's what I do because it's polite.
down the hill.
way to fall.
Lauren's going on another hike again. I don't know what she does up there.
I'll tell you, I'm farting.
Top
yeah.
of that
From the
mountain
wall.
is just.
Yeah.
This is me, guys. I'm so sorry.
No, I love it. I'm so happy.
Stop encouraging me.
I'm so happy. It's the most comfortable I've ever been.
You see, like, let's just get. You know, the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to anybody. Let's
What?
just talk about that.
Where do I start?
Oh,
No, I don't know.
you want to start?
I have to think
no,
on
I
it.
have one.
You guys think? Okay.
I have one.
I have to think on it.
Yeah.
You go.
I tweeted it once though, so you can just go look at my Twitter.
Okay. I
It
can't
was
remember.
about being at a dinner party in Beverly Hills. It was very. Should I just tell it?
What happened?
Just tell it. Come on, just tell it.
So it was like my first time overseas. I'm going to tell a very short version. And I was got invited to a dinner party in Beverly Hills. So like very much out of my comfort zone already. Like, why am I there? I'm like
Yeah.
in my early 20s. And then it's like wine and fancy food all night. And then I was like super jet lagged and super tired and been fed wine. Oh, what? Someone wants to interrupt us? Please do.
Farts? No, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
perfect
hey.
timing.
Yeah.
Are you live?
Yes.
Yes.
I love interrupting. It's such a
I don't. It's such a lull, and no one knows what's going on that's listening.
There's a sign on the door that's a little because it's always there, so you never know if it's a placebo or if it's actually recording going.
We should put something on the outside of that door.
Live recording.
It's okay.
Can we
It's
all
okay.
good.
get a light?
It's more than okay.
It's a good
Anyway,
interrupting.
Continue
so my
on with your-
favorite smell is rain on the road after a hot day.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds like a lyric of a beautiful song.
Yeah, it is. It's very poetic.
Rain on a Sunday.
Sounds
Wait,
like a
is it-
country
wait, what
song.
is- oh yeah. wait, I can't sing. Why
Shirley,
did I
can
do
you
this?
please
I
write
think you
this
sounded
song?
great.
We are invincible. You know that plug.
I
got
love
you.
that. a lot. Thank you. Never been so flattered in my whole life.
Available now on iTunes.
That's right.
On iTunes.
Thank you. It's funny because Yumi had me on her show Japanese Goddess Room, and she just danced to it while I sat there and watched.
So
and
good.
and Lewis from my band was like, "It's probably gonna get more views than our actual video."
Oh my god, yo.
I would like went in and edited that for our socials.
Oh,
for-
thank you, yeah.
And it was so funny, like zooming in on both of your faces, and I just it gave me an opportunity to really appreciate all of the like deadpan faces you were giving.
Oh,
me.
thank you,
It was
thank you, yeah.
so on
Fun.
point.
I love that
That's
you
super
zoomed in
fun.
on our high five at the end.
Friendship. Woo!
And honestly, it was so perfect.
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome.
I like before we started recording, you were talking about how you came home drunk last night.
Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez.
I have a story like that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Like I do this thing where like I try to be quiet. Like, you know, everyone talks about it, but for me, mine is excessive. Where like I just make so much noise. So like I try to sit in the living room so I didn't wake up my girlfriend. Where like, okay. I hate that I have to talk about this again. So I was so drunk. I was so drunk. But then I tried to smoke weed to feel less drunk because I was trying to
Balance it.
balance it out,
Life's
dampen the
about
hangover the
balance.
next day.
Yeah.
I don't drink
Farted
often.
a little bit, you
little
know.
fun, little gas, both ways.
Oh, I regret sitting in on this podcast.
Hey,
Fart talk.
it's not fart talk. It's poo poo talk. I think that's classier, poo poo. But yeah,
Classy.
I try to smoke a little bit of weed so I will not regret it as much the next day. Bad call. And then I picked, I wanted to go sit outside on the balcony and smoke there, right? And then, I had to get comfortable, so I brought my chair, right? And I'm thinking, hey, I'm grabbing this chair very quietly. This is sick, right? But my girlfriend was there, and she was watching the whole thing. I hit everything possible I could hit on the way to the balcony. Like I hit the table. I even hit the goddamn balcony doors on the way out. It was messed up. I'm sitting, I'm like, yes, stealthy. Mission complete.
You're like Leo in Wolf of Wall Street, how he imagined he drove home
yes.
drunk, but how he really did.
The car's all messed up.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh man, my poor girlfriend. I was waking her up and stuff because I'm a terrible sleeper.
I did something like that once. There's a rapper in Canada named Chaos, and I was in one of his music videos, and him, and this other producer named Roger Swan. Our part of the video was all filmed first, so we were just done for the rest of the day, and then there are all these other people who were in the video. So we went back to his place, and he lived in a loft apartment, and we went back, and I don't really know Roger, But Kevin, Chaos, he like fell asleep like right away.
Yeah.
And so it's just me and Roger, who I don't really know, in my friend's apartment while he's asleep.
Yeah.
And so me and Roger just started drinking. And then he eventually woke up and there's a party happening. And all he had in his place was a picnic table and a PA system.
What?
So we were like, this party happened. And it was one of those times, like, I don't know if you've ever had it, where you're fine, you're obliterated. And you're like, what happened?
Yo.
Like, I don't even know what happened.
My life.
Well, yeah. Long story short, cut to 8 a.m. the next morning. I don't remember getting home, but I was kneeling on the floor with the top half of my body on my couch, shirtless, holding my debit card. And my girlfriend at the time came in. She's like, what are you doing? And I was like, get away from me! And then... yeah, Roger texted me. He's like, you know where my car is? And that was it.
Oh my
I think I was pretty crazy.
Wait, where was his car?
I got towed. somewhere.
You didn't drive it.
Okay.
No. But I still don't know how I got home.
That's wild.
And Chaos was fine. He
I
was
think I have a pretty crazy. The first time I got drunk story, it was bad, but I got away with it, which is sick.
you're still here.
Drunk, yeah, I'm alive. Right, like first time I got drunk, because I used to hang out with like kids that were older than I was, because I played on the basketball team.
Yeah,
soft flex, but played on the. So we're hanging out one time, and for some reason they all decided, because I didn't drink, and everybody knew I didn't drink. They thought it'd be funny, the bros to put rum and coke into my drink. But then, I've never drank before. I don't know what real alcohol tasted like. But then, like, I was just drinking it, and I was like, this shit kind of tastes kind of funny, right?
Yeah.
And then I was drinking it, and I was like, yo, did y'all put something in this? And they just started laughing, like, I get drunk. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, why would you do this to me? I fucking drove here and stuff. They're like, oh, shit, we didn't know you drove.
Oh my
No.
god.
It's like, oh, it's all cool. We'll drive you home. Like, you'll get a cab. Don't worry, just stay here. But it was my first time drinking, so I was like panicking. I'm like, what is this feeling? What is going on? Right? And then I freaked out. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get home. Like, because at that time I had a curfew. I'm like, okay, I gotta get home.
Yeah.
I can't call my mom. She can't come pick me. This is messed up. So I tried to take a bus for the first time in my life. And like, I got on the bus. And for some reason I thought I was, close to my house, but I got off, but I was still downtown in Fort Mac. Right? And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I'm still far from the house. I thought I was closer. And the next bus was not coming for a while. It's cold as fucking Fort Mac. So I'm trying to, like, find shelter, right? But then my church is close by. So I'm like, okay, this is great. So I
walked prayer in first.
It gets crazy as fuck. I walked into the church. This is my family church, right? And they're having youth service on a Friday night. Right, which I was supposed to go to. So, like, I even got lucky. I was even missing that to hang out with friends because I told my mom. So, I go to the church. My friend was like, oh, like, where have you been? Oh, shit. I stumbled in. He was like, what the fuck? Are you okay? I'm like, hey, don't worry about it, man. It's like, I'm, like, trying to be quiet again. But everyone sees me, like, stumble into the church. I make, like, huge chaos.
Knocks all the pews over.
Everyone's, like, looking at me and shit. I'm sitting in the back. My friend's trying to like quiet me down and like say like you're really loud. I'm like, oh, am I? Oh, he's like, where you at? You smell alcohol. I'm like, oh no, I didn't drink. I like yelled in the back apparently, and then I don't know what it was.
Apparently.
But Pastor was talking about something, and I can't remember what he was talking about. But apparently, this is what I did. I got up. And I was like, you're lying. I was like, you're lying. And then I was like, what the fuck is going on with Ola? And then my friends were like, okay, come. It took me out, and then it took me back downstairs. And you would not believe what they gave me to sober me up. Communion bread.
Of course.
They were giving me communion bread to sober me up. Wow. Jesus' body.
Yeah.
I was like, what? This is so messed up. So this whole time, my mom's calling me saying, where have you been? You were supposed to be home hours ago. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
I'm at church.
She said, oh, really? I thought you were hanging out with your friends. And I'm like, oh, I decided to just stop by. And then the service was done. And then my mom calls me. She's like, the service is done now. Where are you at? I was like, oh, we decided to go get ice cream. Dairy Queen, it's like 11 at night. And then ice cream was done. It's still like 12. I'm still drunk. And my pastor, honestly, he held it down for me. He never told my mom and whatever. He was driving me around trying to sober me up.
Whoa, feeding you communion bread.
Yeah, I was there with my friend Isaac at the time. He was just feeding me bread. We were driving around and whatnot.
Graham crackers.
It gets to like 1 o'clock and my pastor gives me a pep talk. He's like, listen, just go in there and go straight to your room. Just go. And go straight to your room.
Oh my God.
Right? That was my only goddamn job. I get into the house. My mom's obviously waiting for me. And she's just, she was like, where have you been? but like, I'm not as mad because you were with Pastor Jonathan. It's fine, but don't do this. Just let me know what's happening next time. And I'm just sitting there like, oh. Yeah, she's like, are you all right? Oh yeah, I'm just a little tired. Like, she couldn't smell anything because she was like far away. Thank goodness she didn't get close. Yeah. And then my sister just knows me so well. She like pops her head over and looks at me like 1 second and knew something was up. And I ran to the room after. My room was in the basement. I just jumped in the bed. And my sister comes in slowly. She's like, what's up? I'm like, I'm drunk. And then she's like, oh, I knew
it. Your mom was nice. Like, my mom, Prairie Mom too, she would wait and just like have 10 questions just ready to go just to check. Like,
you went out with the pasta.
Well,
I was with the pastor. That's the perfect alibi. I'll tell you that. So we're doing Jesus' work.
I was not suspicious of that. I would have been like, you voluntarily went to church
and then hung out with the pastor till 1 a.m.
Look, my mom was like, I've finally broken through to him.
Yeah.
Finally.
Jesus.
No, I was with a friend also. Like, it wasn't just me and him. So
I know, but like, still, as a teenager, you'd be suspicious. Like, well, what you talk about?
it was crazy because, like, as long as it was church related, my mom was like, I support it.
Oh, that's good.
No questions asked.
No questions asked. Just as long as you're doing that, that's fine. And it was great. It was the perfect alibi. The best mistake I ever made in my life was going into church. That's how God with my first drinking experience.
Has she seen you do stand up?
Oh yeah. She's seen many times.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, she's like, I would appreciate it if you didn't swear, but that's my business. But it's pretty good.
The bass player in Fake Shark, his mom's Jamaican. They're from Jamaica, and she came to see us once, and then she just said, Kevvy needs to find God.
Oh my goodness! The first time my mom met Kirsten,
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell she was thinking, but like, she'd be walking to the house, my apartment together, and then my mom, like, she's visiting, so I let her have her room, and my mom for some reason was sitting on the bed like this. The door's like right there, it's like, hello. I'm like, well, Mom, what the fuck are you doing? What's going on there? She's like, I need to talk to Kirsten, and just does this on the bed right beside me.
Wow.
So I come sit down. Have you given your life to Christ?
Whoa.
The first words out of her mouth, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna sit here. Kirsten took it like as a champ. Oh, she did. It's funny because this story actually happened when we were back visiting my family, and then my mom wanted us to go to an overnight service or whatever for New Year's or whatnot. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'll do an hour, but for some reason this one was like 4 hours long. I'm like, I'm not gonna be there for 4 hours. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Right. And then my mom and I had like a huge back and forth, and then my mom was like, oh, is it because of Kirsten? I'm like, nah, it's me. I don't want to go. Right. And then my dad, Kirsten told me about the story after. Apparently pulled Kirsten aside and was like, look, if you guys want this relationship to happen, if you want this relationship to work, you just have to get on board with this Jesus stuff. It's like me. I just come. I just go. Wow. My dad, every time we go to church, is the funniest thing because my dad would just be sitting there just on his phone, like. And then my mom would like hit him. He's like, "Oh yeah, yes."
That'd be funny if your dad picked up hobbies he can do on his phone just for when he's at church. Like he got really into fantasy sports or something. I love the Packers.
Got the fantasy sport because of Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus led this win.
Like fantasy apostles.
Yeah.
Teams.
Yeah.
Oh man, my family's so religious here. Holy crazy.
Your sister?
Sister, like we kind of on the chiller side of things. Mm-hmm. We cool with it.
How about Nathan?
Nathan? Oh man. man, oh man. That little guy is so smart. Like,
yeah.
He's too smart for his own good because he goes to class and then he's like, oh, he talks too much, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, well, I used to do that.
Yeah.
Like, he would finish his homework and then you start to, like, distract people in class.
Because he's bored.
Because he's bored,
yeah.
And then the teachers don't really understand that and they think he has, like, ADD and all that kind of stuff. I just think he's just bored, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? And, like, man, this kid is such a genius. They told these kids to go to the library, pick a book to read. At age 9, I was watching Power Rangers, and I was picking a book about Power Rangers. All right? This little kid picked up a book about Malcolm X.
Wow.
And he was, he came to visit me, and it was the weirdest thing, because it's weird watching my little brother, who used to be a baby, have opinions and shit now.
Yeah.
And, like, sometimes he would talk to me and just say some smart shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, he came to visit me in my apartment. I left my bedroom, and he was literally just not even watching TV, sitting in the living room, just reading. I'm like, oh, Nathan, what you reading, man? What you got there? So yeah, I'm just reading about Malcolm X. I think it's just a little bit too extreme. I'm like, what? Like, how can you digest this knowledge? What? Why? It's just so strange.
Wow.
Such a smart kid. I love that kid.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Has he seen you do stand up?
Oh yeah, see, he loves. He loves. I love when he tries to do jokes. Like, you know, it's really cool.
That's so sweet.
For my sister's graduation, he wanted to do a set also, and then again, he's too smart for his own good. Like he's like, oh yeah, a doctor, an accountant. I can't remember. He named occupations, and he was like, all walked into a room, and then, you know, the doctor got arrested for tax fraud. I'm like, because he didn't declare his taxes. I'm like, what kind of goddamn joke is this? Like, you're 9 motherfucking years old. Like, what do you know about declaring taxes?
That's so joke.
And he just kept going. I'm like, this is just amazing. Like, the fact that he has this confidence to talk. Like, most adults can't even talk in front of a room full of 5 people. And he's like, this is my sister's graduation, so we had a bunch of family friends. Yeah. It's like 20 people in the room, and everyone was just having such a time. There's this little kid with a glasses talking about tax fraud. Like,
that's
like,
so
if he brought up
sweet.
Wesley Snipes, I would have lost my shit.
Yeah.
If he hit the punchline with Wesley Snipes, I'm like, yeah. He got that comedy in him. Oh man, he's such a smart little dude. Oh man, watching my little brother and dad go back and forth is hilarious, because my dad was always so serious and like he worked so much growing up, so I didn't see him too much, so he's like really involved with Nathan, right? And like my dad would literally have like legitimate fights with my little brother, like not like fist fights, but like yelling fight. Like my dad would get mad, like my little brother would say something, like my dad would be talking to my little brother, and then my little brother's like, calm down. Stop yelling at me. All right? I'm not going to talk to you if you keep talking to me like this. Like, it's weird because, like, my dad should be, like, the mature, like, okay, I'm calm. And then my dad was like, you can't talk to me like that. I'm your dad. And Nathan's like, I'm not doing this. And then he would just walk away. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Gosh.
He's way too mature for his age. It's weird.
He goes in another room and audits your dad. Not gonna get away with this. Put those little glasses on.
We'll see who has the last laugh. Wait till tax season. I got you. It's so funny. Like, my dad would just be so mad. I'm like, Dad. And this has happened before he became not like, but right when he would start talking, like my dad would just be like, going back and forth. I'm like, Dad, he's a child. Like, why are you getting so worked up? Oh my God.
Because he feels he should be able to very easily win that argument.
Of course.
He's not.
Absolutely.
It makes
Well,
it more
he should
frustrating.
be, and that's a shame. Your dad, obviously.
Oh man.
I just think Nathan's a genius.
He's too smart for his own good.
No, I just think your dad should be embarrassed.
Oh my dad. No, my dad should be embarrassed.
Just
Because
kidding.
my mom says it all the time. Like, he is 9. All right? Hey, King, calm down. He is 9 years old. Leave him alone. Talk to your son. You know how you can't be talking to me like this. I pay the bills in this house. Okay? I do it. Look. Hey, Nathan, come back down there.
I'm not finished with you
I'm not
yet.
done.
I was thinking about what you said, and now I have a comeback.
It's funny to watch my dad lose an argument with a little kid. Like, oh my God. I'll never forget the first time I saw my little brother stand up to my parents. Like, I've done this as a bit in my jokes before, where like my mom told my little brother to go to bed, and like he just started talking, and he literally got up and said to my mother, "He's like, no, you go to bed."
How old was he when he did this?
I don't even remember. He was just so young, because I remember it was around when I was going to University of Calgary, so it was 2015. So like I guess it was 4 years ago. It might have been 5 or 6. He was so young. I'm like, how are you that confident in yourself?
That's amazing.
To look at, man, I was scared of my mom growing up. I understand. He's not even like disrespectful. Don't take it that way, because he's a very respectful kid, very loving and stuff like that. But like if he feels like he's getting like like unfair treatment because everybody else was awake. Because I talked to him after. I'm like, why would you say that to mom? He's like, I don't get why I have to go to bed early, but then everybody else can stay and watch TV. It's not even dark outside.
That was the worst, when you had to go to bed and it was still light out.
Yeah.
Come on.
But it's Fort Mac, so it's like light at 11 p.m.
Oh,
God.
Yeah, so it was actually bedtime, and he's like, I don't get it. He was such a rational kid, and then I was like, man, that's a lot of confidence you have in there. Like, that's too
Yeah.
much confidence. I don't like that. It's like, no, you go to bed. I'm like,
Wow.
My sister does that with me. The older sister, she'll like get me to be the Trojan horse of ideas to like change the parents' minds.
Yeah.
Because I'm much more confident to be like, no. Like, sure won't.
How do you have that tenacity?
It's because you look up to your older siblings and you see them like how they react to things. So
Yeah.
then you're like, I get away with
It's all
more.
good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I know they don't have the energy set for you that they do for an older child. Because the first
True.
child is like, you're
Yeah.
much more worrisome about it because you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But then by the time the second one comes around, they're like, you're fine.
And the
You know
third
what I mean?
one, they're just tired. All right, Nathan, you can stay up as late as you want.
The third one is the spoiled
whatever
one.
you want.
I
Honestly.
Spoiled
Yeah.
brat.
It definitely broke down my parents.
My
for
little sister is
brother.
not watching this,
You're
but if she
welcome,
happens
Clark.
to find out, yes, you are the spoiled one, and you know it.
Like, just they do spoil my little brother a lot. Like, my little brother was one time, like, he was just like, Mom, we haven't gone traveling in a long time. It's like, can we go back to New York? And just how casually he was saying it was just baffling. I'm like,
You
so
don't take me anywhere anymore.
it's like, I don't want to go to Edmonton. It's like, you don't get to choose, Nathan. You know, you're traveling. You're not paying for anything.
That's
I
amazing.
think the best thing I ever saw a child say to a parent, like at a Safeway, was like, just looked up at their mom and was like, "You changed."
What?
That's amazing.
And that was the last I ever saw that kid. He got dragged out so fast. Like,
Wow.
mom didn't even have a retort. She's like, "Let me talk to you for a second outside." Just dragged.
That's amazing.
Why is that such an insult? You've changed.
But like, again,
That's
like
funny.
a kid who's like, "You don't even know what that means,"
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they
yeah.
know to use it. And
Yeah,
it's
How
just
do you
like,
even comprehend how to properly use that?
yeah.
The little kid's like, I don't know what this means, but I know it hurts.
Yeah,
So I'm
exactly.
gonna say it.
Yeah. Dude, I love the way they've raised Nathan because, like, you know, he's just bred so much confidence in him. Like, he's just so sure of himself. Like, you know, he's very comfortable hanging out with himself. He doesn't allow, like, other kids to, like, you know, affect the way he thinks. You know, there was this little thing where he was, like, getting bullied in school. And the way he handled it was so mature. It was very impressive, actually. He got held back for in class. So he's naturally a big kid for his age. And then being held back another year. So he just looks like a damn giant.
Yeah.
So he's getting bullied by this little kid, and this kid is like really tiny. And then Nathan, like, I talked to him, hey, like, would you ever, like, you know, defend yourself and all that stuff? He's like, it's okay, he's little, it's all right.
Wow.
And I was just taken back. I'm like, man, even adults don't even know how to, like, react like that. Like, you know, you see, like, someone hurting you, like, oh no, I don't want to talk to him. And every day Nathan would go to that kid, and like the kid would do the same shit, and Nathan would just like play with him, like, and then like, laughing, whatever.
Wow.
Like, this kid will go around class and tell other kids. We found out about it because the teacher tell other kids to like not talk to Nathan.
Oh.
Right? But Nathan is just such a loving kid that not every kid did it. But he still talked to everybody, right? Like, he used to go every day. I used to watch it. We would drop him in school when he was like a little kid, and then you go to class and like literally hug all his classmates.
You're so cute.
Right? He was just such a loving kid, and you know, teachers were like, "Oh, you gotta give people your personal space." I'm like, "Hey, Nathan just loves loving everybody, yo." Like, it's just, man, I love that kid. He's just so.
You just hear Whitney
He's
Houston.
just
The children are.
He's just so way above his years. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Like, I'm excited to see what this kid does when he's like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be a CEO at that point, probably.
Yeah.
I've definitely hit that age.
My dad would be the assistant. my little brother
fired
yelling
your
at my
dad?
Honestly, I can see Nathan like, Dad, you're being very unproductive. Like, this is very counterintuitive, and I do not appreciate it.
Yeah,
Mom,
yeah.
deal with Dad.
David's just like, "Dad, where are your receipts?" It's like tax season. It's like, "What's that?"
Nathan, you made my check out to Dad again. The bank isn't gonna take this.
Oh my God! In my house, I'm kind of like the scapegoat.
Yeah.
For my little, because my dad is very comfortable getting mad at me and my mom. Like, so if my sister wants to, like, you know, tell my mom about something, usually I'm the one to be like the buffer
Yeah.
to, like, you know, lay down the tracks before, like, you know, she talks about it. Because my sister wants to go to Australia, right? She's going for med school, right? And my sister kind of wants to go by herself, but, you know, she wants to explore the new world. But my mom's having a hard time letting go, so she wants to come also. And then I tried. She's like, "Hey, do you mind like talking to Mom? Just, you know, before I talk to her, you know, soften it up." So the first time she hears it, she doesn't hear from me. I'm, oh yeah, it's nice to be the yelling punch bag.
Yeah. That's me too. I end up that in between person trying to be like, okay, what they mean is this. Okay, I went and talked to them. What they mean, I hate it. Why do I always get that role? I hate it.
It's annoying, like, because even with my mom
You're
and
both
dad.
very kind. And
Thank you.
see
Listen, yeah.
people's
Let's be less
perspectives.
kind. So
You know
let's
what?
stop happening.
Fuck off, Dad.
Fuck off, Dad.
Be more
Just
like
joking.
Nathan.
Just joking.
I'm with
My mom
Nathan
watches
now.
this.
Yeah.
It's like it's not just for my siblings. Like my mom and dad would do it too. Where like when they're fighting, they were like, hey, allow me. Listen, your mother did this. Blah blah blah. Just doesn't get it. And then my mom would call me like minutes after. And then my dad was like, yeah, your dad is so stubborn. Yeah. Did he call you? I'm like, no. So what did he say? I'm like, well, I can't be disclosing.
Yeah. I signed an
But yeah,
agreement.
like, I was the middle person that would talk to. And Nathan's that's why I appreciate Nathan a lot. He deals with his problems by himself.
I learned a lot from Nathan.
Self-sufficient.
His dad pisses him off. He goes to dress his mom and goes to dress his.
Nobody gets away with shit around Nathan.
Hey, you don't do this to me.
Yeah.
I'm Nathan.
We love Nathan.
We do love Nathan. He loves Nathan's joke. The Nathan joke I got. He
I
loves
love
that
the
joke.
Oh, yeah.
too.
It's like, I like that joke. He's like, ha ha ha. Like he listens, the way he laughs at that joke, it just makes me laugh. Like I'm like, your ego's just getting flamed right now.
Yo.
Yeah, but he's so sweet.
I remember feeling like the moment that my mom took my music career seriously is when she saw that I was on TV in Japan. We toured there,
Yeah.
and then it was kind of like, oh, you haven't been wasting your time.
Yeah.
Did you feel like a moment like that with your family where they're like, oh, he's seriously good at this?
Oh man, I did, but like for a long time, I kept the fact that I was doing stand-up comedy a secret.
Really?
From my parents, because I was doing accounting in school.
Yeah.
Honestly, quite frankly, when I stopped doing accounting, my mom thought I was doing drugs. And
Really?
something was going on, like maybe mental issues, whatever. Like she literally flew over because
Really?
for my parents it was kind of like night and day. Like
Yeah,
because I was doing well in accounting. I didn't stop doing it because I was bad at it.
Yeah.
That's quite frankly why I continued to do it because I was like, oh, there's nothing else left. I guess I'll just do this.
Yeah.
Right. So like I held it for a secret for such a long time.
Yeah.
Because I when I wanted to come up to my parents and tell them I was doing comedy, I wanted to have something to be like, hey, look. I got this going on, and it's going good. And I didn't want to be like a dollar in a dream kind of a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they were very supportive when they found out. They were a lot more supportive than I anticipated.
Yeah.
But the moment where I realized they accepted me doing comedy was when I went back to Fort Mac, and I was doing comedy in front of the whole community. Like my teachers were there. Like
Wow.
the whole Nigerian community was there.
Wow.
And like that was my first time ever I even did like 45.
Wow.
Because
Holy.
the headliner was running late, and motherfucker was that like the guy looked at me and he was like, "Dude, he did this," so I thought he meant wrap it up, but he meant continue going. We need to stall.
You
So
should
I'm-
figure out a different hand
Yeah,
gesture.
right,
I'm
like-
very confused.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey,
Yes.
good night." And he was like,
And you're like, stop. And he's like,
"No,
you're like,
continue."
what?
So I got there and like I started performing. Everybody was. I was honestly that was probably the most nervous I've ever been for a show because Nigerians are they don't care if they know you. They're very honest. Like if I was ass, the whole crowd, I shit you not, man.
Yeah.
Would have sat there and looked at me like this. Bola, this is your song. My mom told me later, she's like, honestly, I was so nervous. I didn't want you to go up there and embarrass me. The whole Nigerians, we're just very brutally honest, and it's just what it is. Like we have a huge Nigerian community, so the whole. Honestly, when I got the first laugh, I almost felt the relief come off their chest. Like yes, he's funny. And I'll never forget the first thing I said. I'm like, hey, please, aunties and uncles, I'm begging you. Can you just laugh? Because Edmonton is a very long drive. Just sit with disappointed Nigerian parents.
Wow. That must have felt great afterwards.
Oh, it was such a great feeling because like after they're like taking photos and stuff, they're like, "Oh my God, I remember you running around here and there. Now you telling jokes." It was super cool. Like for that gig, I didn't even get paid for it, right? But I loved doing it anyways. It was when I was opening for Bovi, and the Nigerian community, and just honestly till date, probably one of the most I've been paid. The whole community pulled together to like, you know what? Because as I was performing, they would get up and they would start putting cash
Wow.
on the stage because they were like, man, this is amazing. We want to support you.
That's
And
amazing.
it was such a surreal moment for me. I was like, man, I walked in here not planning to get paid, terrified I was gonna bomb. Everyone loved it. Such a great time, and they just gave me so much money. We just hung out, drank after. Like
That's amazing.
It was
How
nice. Beautiful. Like the whole community in Fort Mac has been so supportive. Even during the SiriusXM stuff, like it was just
Must've been a huge deal.
That was such a huge deal. They loved it. Like I contacted the news people over there. They published it, which was really
That's
cool.
amazing. Wow.
And they had like this. I almost cried. I'm not gonna lie. Like especially for SiriusXM, they at this moment one time they took a video of just the whole community. And it was like, vote for Ola Dada. And then I was like, it broke my heart because I didn't even think that many people would support me. So it was really cool.
You're so cool.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
You know, it's such an honor to watch you perform.
Yeah.
And like,
Thank you.
I've
Sorry,
known
I didn't mean to crash shit.
No, I love that.
See, you can't cry. You're gonna fucking do this to me now? A live podcast? Stop it.
You stop it. You just take it.
Oh, God.
We should probably talk about farting again. And that's really...
Let's hear it. Let's do that.
No, sincerely, Ola, it is such an honor to watch you perform.
Yeah.
Like, every time. I've been watching you for more or less since you started now.
Yeah.
You were coming to the club where I worked, and it's just like, I feel very, very lucky every time I get to see you on stage.
Yeah.
And that's like a feeling that I know lots of people feel.
Stop it.
So.
I don't
No, you need to know.
Let's just make him
You need
cry
to
much more.
This is the goal now.
He has them.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but that's a very sweet story.
Yeah.
But
Very nice.
I'm not surprised because
Yeah.
the feeling you give people on and off stage, of course they would come together and do something like that.
Damn, I've never
that's
not
so
cried.
nice.
Was not necessary.
Well, you're the same dude.
Just- and you said you
Yeah.
couldn't cry.
Oh, I've become a man, you know. Just my the tear ducts developed more.
They've widened. I had the surgery.
Honestly, I wish I could cry more often. Like,
Yeah.
really. Like, you know, there's this
Yeah.
sweet relief for that.
It does
that
feel
happens.
good.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't cry often, and it's not even because I'm like, oh, I don't want to cry. It's just that I'm just not a cry person.
Yeah.
And, like, when I do cry, like, it's been like, oh, shit, this is crazy. Or, like, unexpected, too. Like,
Yeah.
and fuck. Damn,
Yeah, I
I
know.
was kind of embarrassed, to be honest.
No,
Don't
never.
be embarrassed.
Never be embarrassed about crying.
You know, my
Yeah.
boys in the streets.
And-
Hey,
I got a reputation
you
to
don't wanna play with
uphold.
me, yo, you know.
Yeah, Nathan will never look me in the eyes again.
Yo, you gonna cry again? You gonna cry again?
If anyone makes fun of you crying, send them to me, and
Yeah.
then I will just give them something to cry about. But in a really
Exactly.
nurturing way. Be like, what's bothering you?
I'm
here. Put your head on my shoulder. Let's cry.
Yeah, let's cry together. Nah, but for real, I really do appreciate like the love and support that people give me because I know everyone has their stuff they're doing. Like, you know, like if you can't make it to people, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry I can't make it to a show. I'm like, man, that's your time. Like, I appreciate
Yeah.
you giving that to me.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you're paying for a ticket. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? Like,
But
I'm not gonna get mad.
Also, though, you are a very like sweet guy, and everyone
Stop this.
likes
This
you.
this is hurting
and
me.
I'll try not to make you cry again, but it's like
My armpits are sweating.
I'm unlocking all the keys to your body right now.
It's like all the fluids are just.
Your dad's sweating on his head. But I've become so picky just from doing this for a while with who I want to work with.
Yeah.
And you're like a no-brainer. You know what I mean, though? It's like there's so much ego and there's so much negativity in
Yep.
this comedy scene, and I just don't even want to participate in any of that stuff anymore. And so you come like we needed someone to fill in that show when Kyle Bottom had to go with his wife to the hospital, and you were like, yeah, you were there anyway to watch. And you're like, yeah, I'll go up, and then you killed it. You know, you impressed Jonathan, our boss, and it was like. It's just such a no-brainer to work with you.
Absolutely.
And I wish more
thank you.
people would be
Thank you.
easy to work with like how you are. You know?
Just this comedy scene that breaks my heart because it's just so small. Like, there's just so
Yeah.
much envy and anger. Like, you know,
There's room for, like you said, it's so small. There is room for everyone to succeed.
literally.
Yeah.
There is absolutely nothing stopping you from succeeding but yourself and your failure to, just accept things as they come. Don't
Yeah.
compare yourself. I'm getting so preachy now. Like, don't compare yourself to other people. It's very cliche, but as they say, cliches are cliches for a reason. There is
That's
no...
cliche.
Like,
I said that was cliche.
and that's a cliche. Cliches are cliches for a reason. But yeah, it's just like you're only in competition with yourself. Comparing yourself to someone else, like one person's success does not take away your own.
Thank you.
Like one person's like, oh well, this person's been doing it this song and they got that. Great.
That's
Good for
good.
them.
Yeah.
That's great. And guess
Ask
what?
them.
You can have it too. And
Yeah.
if not, you're going to have something else. But just if you're working hard and you're having fun doing it, that should, like,
But it's
they're the
also
most important things.
I think people's egos get out of control because they're talented and they get adorated, but talent is only one part of the equation.
So fucking true.
And you can really ruin your own career by being mean to other people.
Yes.
And by the way, the people that you meet on your way up, you're going to meet again on your way down.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Be
There's
kind, be considerate of people who book you, people who are on shows with you, venues that host you. Be someone that is grateful.
Yeah.
It's funny to say it. A lot of people are, don't get me wrong. Like so many people, so many comedians I deal with are grateful. Some aren't, and you should be like...
There's an entitled
You don't
thing.
need to thank you so much for putting me on the show. You don't need to do that to people who book you on shows, but just be grateful that you're on the show. Yeah. You don't have to say the words, but it's how you act, right?
Yeah.
I think unfortunately there's a mentality where there's only so many slots.
Yeah.
And people think like they can't be too nice because it lets someone step over them. But I think we were talking about this like off the microphone, but it was just the idea of like queer comics are so supportive.
Yeah.
They really like carve space out.
It's amazing.
They really pull each other because I think they realize like there's not a lot of spaces for us.
Yeah.
But I think like you wish that would transfer over to just everyone in the sense of being like it makes more sense to hold each other up than to pull each other down. Like, it doesn't make any other sense to me.
Yeah.
I find like, with comedy, like I'm surrounded with comics all the time and they do comedy and they enjoy doing it. But like, I don't think they actually love doing it. Like, and when I say love, you gotta love those nights you go up and you eat some crazy shit.
You know what? I've like every time I've seen you perform, whether it's at the end of a fucking really long open mic that we've been sitting there for 3 hours and you performing for me and 3 other comedians, you're still filled with so much joy up there.
Yeah, because I love it. Like, like I go up and a joke doesn't land, I'm like, that was bad one.
But I love, and there's other comedians that I see do that too, and it's awesome.
But see, that's it. That's the judo move where like it took me a very long time to learn that. Where there's like I laugh when someone tries a joke and it doesn't work. I don't laugh at them. I laugh with them because I'm like that's funny. It just put themselves out there and be like no. Okay, well, like, that's beautiful though to see someone try it.
Absolutely.
And also on the flip side, you need to be comfortable when people don't laugh or laugh at a bad joke. You know what I mean? Because sometimes comics, like me, I got in that. I'm not gonna lie, I went through that struggle myself, where like I'll go up and then I'd keep it together, but like when I bomb, I'll take it so personal. Right. I'm just like, oh God, I'm like this is terrible. This is what I need to do. Blah blah blah. Working writing and shit. I'm like, nah. You know what? It's a part of the process, Like you bomb for a reason. You look, at the crowd and assess what fucking happened. Because every time someone bombs, I feel like especially with a joke that's worked, I feel like it's always a crowd. And like, I've gone back and forth with other comics sometimes where like, oh no, it's just a bad crowd. You know what I mean? I never think it's a bad crowd. At the end of the day, you just gotta find a way to convey that joke to them.
Yeah.
Might be taking a word out or adding a word in
or
whatever.
setting up. Like it's very important how you set up a joke. Like. And if you drop it in a certain way, and I just believe that strangers in a room, 200, at least more than 10, can simultaneously just agree in your mind.
Yeah.
That's not funny. Because laughing is a very, like, you can't control it. If it's funny, you're like, ha, there's no way. Oh, dude.
How you laugh?
I don't know what.
Gets it over with quickly.
You know what?
Move on to the next.
A bunch of people like,
Hey, I just remembered something so funny you did when I was talking to you after our monthly show. Yeah. You and I were talking at Pat's Pub, and you were like, yeah, so, I don't know, and then you grabbed that pipe, steaming hot.
I think about that every time we're in here, because there's a pipe right there.
You grabbed it, and you're like, ow!
I was in pain and surprise. I wasn't ready for that.
You looked at me. It's like when a cat's claw gets stuck on the carpet and it's looking at you like, what are you doing to me?
Dude, there's this moment of like, why?
Why?
I was like, I felt so betrayed.
I mean, it shouldn't be there. It's right by the skee ball machine. That should be a place of comfort.
And then we all, maybe 12 of us,
it's like my turn.
One by one. I'll touch it. Like, it's really hot. Why?
There was a time where it wasn't hot. It was just normal temperature. I was like, you guys are pussies.
Yeah, when I watched you grab that, I'm like, okay. Like, you were absolutely
it just dead-eyed you.
Yeah, you're like,
And
what a power move right there. I'm like, I'm scared of you, man.
Seems like something Nathan would do.
Yeah.
This guy's going to build the first AI. If he hasn't already.
he hasn't already.
He's going to build it to kick your dad's ass.
Nathan's just reading like Malcolm X.
Reading Malcolm X.
He rebuilds Malcolm X as a robot to just condescend to your dad.
My supreme leader, Nathan. The only answer to him.
Cool. Well, that's like an hour, I think.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Amazing.
Thank you, Ola.
Wow, what an experience. Talk about poops,
Yeah.
aspirations, smells.
That was a really fun talk. I enjoy my time with you.
Dude. All right, my friends. Thanks, dude.
Hi, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for having Steve and I on.
Of course.
Thanks for having me on, too.
Thank you for listening to the Comedy Here Often podcast. I've been your host, Kevvy. Thank you to Ola Dada for coming on the show. Make sure to check out his show, Blackout Comedy, and follow him on social media at showtime.data. Make sure to follow us at Comedy Here Often on all platforms and subscribe to us on YouTube. See you next week.